Name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and the 720p 600 by 800 res projector is now permanent. I just mounted it a few minutes ago. I tell you, I've never mounted a projector before. Never. I've always set my projector straight to the floor. Never mounted one before. First time doing one. Interesting. So I've done ultra short throws. I've mounted projectors. I forgot I've done ultra short throw mounts before. Yeah, but ultra short throw mounts a little easier, especially if it has lens shift. Lens shift makes it so much easier. It does. But how I was able to get the projector to fit just right in there was pretty easy. So basically, my stand right here pretty much almost hits the ceiling because of the old Chrissy that used to be here. Where the Chrissy used to be here, that old Chrissy used to be here. And what I did was I just basically just set it on the stand and just basically positioned it where the screen was going to be at and just installed everything in. Now, I wasn't too happy about the screws that came with it because it did come with its own screws to mount into the ceiling, which I didn't like at all because they were just too big, too bulky, and on top of that, they had that kind of soft metal, which I can't stand. I don't know why they do that. I guess the way it cheapened it up on screws. And soft metal basically rips up pretty bad if you're using it with a drill. It's easy for it to tear up. Sorry about that. So it's easy for it to tear up. So pretty much I was looking at it and the instructions were crazy. So I bought a universal stand because I tried to find one officially for my my projector, but couldn't find one. So I found this nice universal stand that worked just right with it. And everything just came together. I realized it came with a whole lot of screws. I'm thinking like all these screws aren't going into the stand. This mount, that's got to be virtually impossible. Then I realized that as I was going through the instructions, certain screws and bolts were just for certain types of projectors. But pretty much I put together a couple of really complicated ultra short throw stands. Once you do a few of those, pretty much everything is self-explanatory on how to put it all together. I saw something on there I actually liked. I saw a motorized stand that went up and down, but that'll be for another project. I might do one of those for outside if it's weatherproof. But pretty much figured it all out. It was pretty easy. So, I mean, my projector doesn't have any weight to it at the end of the day. It's really lightweight. It doesn't have any weight to it. So I didn't use the the sinkers that went with it. I just basically used my own method, which actually works because I've actually have a couple of projectors I've actually put on shelves, especially those Christie's, which are extremely heavy. And I was able to put those up without the projector ever falling or caving in. So basically what I did, I used some oversized washers and I used some drywall screws. Got my stud finder, found exactly where the beams were at up in the ceiling, and then basically I actually coated the screws with some of that heavy-duty liquid cement. That thing's not coming it's not coming out. Period. Pretty much, as they're going to remove it, they're going to have to cut out half the ceiling to get it out. It's up there. It's up there. It's not coming out. So basically, I'm going to probably put a little trim. I have went down and figured out exactly what is the trim for my ceilings in here. I'm gonna put a nice little trim around that or a cap around it to cover that up so it looks more nice because I don't want the bolts and stuff sticking out like that. So I'm gonna get a cover for that to make it a little bit more nicer, something with a little bit more elegant trim to it to match my down here. But getting it to fit without lens shift, man, I'm telling you, I was lucky that the stand that I had over here actually hit close to the ceiling. Like I said, I was able to sit it right there and then position it and then bolt it in and be done with it. Because, man, if that stand wasn't there, I don't even know how you people do it at the end of the day. I'm used to lens shift. I'm used to, like, throwing it up there, boom, pop in place. Oh, man. That was an interesting experience. So now I got to come down here, drywall putty, knock out all that, clean this all up, get this all painted up real nice, put it all back together. Remove the stand. Right now, I just got the stand here to keep the cat from messing with the wires because he got to have it like tangled my wires. Go down here and get some wire covers so I can blend it into the side of my closet. Get it down here to the baseboard, make it all disappear. So right now, it's going to be like this for the time being until I actually come in and get the covers for everything. But other than that, got it to fit quite nicely. I'll tell you one thing. I was praying on that one because I said, Lord, hope I get it straight because I didn't want to mount it up and be crooked. But yeah, Lord worked it all out. works it all out. So that's it. That's my permanent projector. No need in using an expensive projector at the end of the day. Like I said, not necessary. Especially when your product does all the work. So I'm going to put all this stuff back into my kitchen / dining room. It actually feels good not to have the projector hit me in the face. That's pretty cool. But where I got it, how I had to do it, it's interesting. I literally had to tilt my projector up. My ceilings are about almost close to 9 feet high. I got pretty tall ceilings in here. So basically, I'm not gonna go on and on because the projection saying ain't nothing really technical about it. Basically, my projector is actually shifted up. Some projectors shift down. Mine's actually shifted up a little bit. And then I had to adjust the keystone so it pops right back in. But I had to make sure before I put the projector in place that I had everything set up like I had it in ceiling rear, or no, ceiling front before I set it up, because some people don't do that and then they got to go mess with the controls and stuff. I did all that from the door. My projector actually sits up this way and the keystone tilts down, where some projectors go this way and the keystone tilts the other way. But it fit perfectly. I had to make sure I got the extended stand because, like I said, my ceilings are pretty tall in here, so wanted to be sure. But other than that, the universal stand worked perfectly. I love it. I actually love it. But am I going to be mounting all the other projectors in the house? Oh, heck no. I'm not doing that. You know how heavy my projectors are? I have venues. Some things are freaking heavy, so I don't know what. That right there, I can understand that. But the Christies and the Sonys I have in the house, they're heavy projectors. Nah, I ain't mounting those. I'm going to stay exactly where they're at. They're perfect. They're good. Stick them on a reinforced bookcase, and they're done. And I love it. I freaking love it. Okay, so that cleans up this area now. So, like I said, this has got to be here for the time being to keep Taco from basically wanting to go fight with my wires and stuff. So that'll be there for the time being. And then, like I said, tomorrow morning we come in, pull all the screws out of the wall, sand everything down, putty it, go get a match, clean it up, paint it up real nice, and then get the wires in, get them all freaking bind it, and get some wall covers in and blend it into my side of my cabinet over there. Not my cabinet, you know what I'm talking about, my closet. Blend everything in, baseboard out, and it's gone. You know what I mean? But that's good. I like it. Like I said, all this came from, I told you how my life actually, one project triggers off of another project from the smallest little thing, from waking up this morning and my projector not on, and I seen this flashing indicator like on, like, oh yeah, the lamp went. So usually I had a generic lamp in there, which I should have never had in there. And that's what triggered all this off, and I'm trying to figure exactly what to install in, but to put into the house. And I figured, you know what, let's go with the lowest projector. Let's downgrade our projector to make so it makes a fantastic video. I literally downgraded my projector to show at the end of the day that you don't have to spend all this money for an expensive projector. So that one's going to be downstairs. Now I got to figure out what to do with that thing. I'm going to buy another one of these. Actually, I'm going to buy another one of these right here. But there's my picture right there. 127 inch. You got a chance to see my screen fire up at, I think, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, before 6 o'clock. I came back in at 9 o'clock. I came back in at 12 o'clock. And now it's right back. Full circle. I can run my projector all day. Literally. And the screen doesn't wash out. So when I say my projector, that's probably why the Chrissy burnt out. Because I run my projectors all day. This one I'm not worrying about because I got 2 extra lamps for this one. This is actually really cheap to replace. So I bought 2 extra lamps on the side just in case. I don't think I'm going to burn it out. Oh, by the way, this is projected just 235.1. So I can switch over to 235.1 for movies. Which has me thinking about something. I'm thinking about designing me a screen that collapses within itself. Think about it. I can build a 16:9 that collapses within itself into a 235.1. It's a project I'm working on. It's not hard to build, but probably have it done this summer. All right, now I got to figure out what to do with all this extra stuff. I want to stuff to the trash. Do something with it. Man, I love this. I have to go. What's this on a minute? Well, still hits me. Well, I'm 5'11", so I'm not surprised because the other projector hit too. So there's only so much I'm going to be to escape. As long as I can hold it for a minute. Yeah. It's not nailing me in the face, so that's good. Yeah, I'll take that. That'll work. Here, you got 5,000 lumens. You ever wake up with 5,000 lumens hit you in the face? My 5,000 lumen projector used to be there. So imagine you get up in the morning and boom, you get it square in the face with 5,000 lumens. That is not a good way to go in the morning. Now I saw some adapters for it, so I may basically keep all this intact and then take it up and maybe shorten that. Maybe shorten it just a little bit to bring it a little bit higher up. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. But that's not coming out of nowhere. You can literally swing off that bad boy. It's not coming out of nowhere. It's actually mounted into the studs. And to me, I got to go overboard because I don't want this thing to come crashing down. Even though I know it's up there, I put liquid cement in the screw, so it ain't coming out at any time soon. And no, it's not. I can swing off that bad boy. It's not coming out. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Only got 2 screws in there. All right, people, that's basically about it. Gonna watch some movies off of it. Man, I can't wait, man. I love it. I love the whole 600 by 800 res. You understand? I'm more excited about this projector than I am about the one I had the Christie up here, because I like the fact that I can just use bare minimum and still get a good quality image. That's what I love to see. You can see your work reflecting off a projector like this and showing this at the end of the day. Oh man, I freaking love it. I can't wait to wake up. This is going to run all night, so I'm going to be waking up tomorrow morning to this. I usually put some fish on before I go to sleep. That runs all night. And I wake up in the morning to see my fish. I'm happy. I'm so happy about this. I love this. 150 bucks. Utilize my projector. I can do 235 point off this if I want. I freaking love it. All right, gotta go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless. Freaking love it.